What is modification? I'm Steve Kramer, the Kramer Law Firm. I'm a Florida family law and divorce attorney. And what is modification is an important question, because after the divorce, after the paternity is established, you may have an obligation for child support that's going to last 15 years. You may have alimony that's going to last a lifetime, and you may have a parenting plan that's going to exist as long as your children are minors. The fact is that a modification is designed for when something changes. When you lose your job, that is probably a good basis for a modification if you can't find other work that's comparable. It's designed so that if there's a substantial change in circumstances, you can go in and modify the current order of the court to more fit what's going on today. Because you may have been divorced 10 years ago, and you know what? What happened 10 years ago may not apply today. Your husband or wife that you divorced 10 years ago may be making double the money they made 10 years ago. This alimony, you may be making less than your spouse makes. And when you were divorced, maybe you made double. Or if you're in a paternity situation and you have a child support obligation and one of your kids hits 18 or 19 years old and you're no longer should be obligated to pay support. Well, the way that's going to happen if you've got more than one kid is to go in and do a modification. Because if you're paying support for 2 rather than 3 kids, usually common sense is going to say that the payment is going to go down. And that's what modification is designed for. And why am I telling you this? Because if you're looking up modification, it means that something has probably changed, that you're not happy with the status quo, and that you want some kind of change, and that's what we're here to do. So a good attorney is going to give you a good read on what's going to happen, because what you should not do is a modification where there's no good basis for it, because all that's going to accomplish is wasting money and time, and we don't want to do that. But if there has been a substantial change in circumstances, if you or your spouse's income have changed, if your health has changed and it prevents you from earning income, if the kids have grown up, if you've moved from a different area of town and you had some kind of pickup arrangement that doesn't work anymore, if anything's happened like that and things have changed, it's time to look at a modification, and I'd be glad to help you through that. Call me at the number below. I do this all the time, and I'd be glad to help you with this issue. Also, if you're watching this video on Facebook or on YouTube, go ahead and click the like button below. This way your friends and family can share in the information I'm providing you right now. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Steve Kramer, the Kramer Law Firm.